So this is how the bottom of my cabinets look. Do you have the same problem with your cabinets looking like this? I mean, I have kids, so of course they come in and they just throw whatever up underneath there. And I wanted to tidy up the space and organize it as best as I can, clean it, and turn it into something that's functional. I got a few bins right here, and I got a little caddy. So we're gonna see how we can transform the space into organizational, functional space that we use up underneath the cabinet. So I went to Dollar Tree and I picked up a couple of things to put on each side, and we're gonna see what we could turn this space into, because this right here cannot work for me. It's not functionable and I need it to be clean. Okay, so now I am gonna start cleaning out the bottom of my kitchen cabinet. First, I want to start on removing everything out of the cabinet, so that way I can start off with a clean blank canvas. I love these wipes right here. The disinfectant wipes, they're amazing. You take one, you use it, and you throw it away. And that's the type of life I like to live. So, yeah. Just clean everything out, basically, and find what has been stuck in there and didn't know that it was in there and was trying to figure out where it was at. That's my mist spray that I was trying to figure out where it was at all this time, and it's up underneath this cabinet. There you go. So when you clean your spaces, you start to find things that you didn't even know, like it was stuck down there this whole entire time. Yeah. So I am reorganizing my kitchen cabinet space, because up underneath that sink area where it gets dirty and dusty and things start to accumulate, I'm cleaning underneath this area, and it's only taken me $5 to do this. And cleaning this space up only took me 5 minutes. Believe me, I did a countdown. I say that to say that these are some of the hardest spaces to clean, because these are the spaces that get the most dirtiest in the kitchen, because it's like a throw and go type of situation. And we either forget to organize it or don't know that it needs organization. So this is what I'm doing for now. Of course, later, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to actually put either some wallpaper down or a thick waterproof material down there, so that way I can protect that bottom layer until we go ahead and switch out this cabinet, because it won't be there for long. But for now, what we have is what we make do with our space, and having to recreate the space and make it more functional so the kids can also do well and work together to keep the spaces clean. That's what we do throughout our home. So it really works as a strategy and a system for everyone to be mindful of the spaces that we have, that we see are clean. When we see it to look better, we also lead by doing better in these spaces. So that's why I'm going around the house and I'm on a rampage, because I see certain areas and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is out of place, that's out of place, this is unorganized, that's unorganized. Is when you're paying attention to these areas is when you start to see that everything is out of place and it's not organized. So I wanted to pay attention to these areas purposely so we could keep it clean. And I'm not gonna lie, I never even had a thought of organizing this space like this. So this is where I'm starting for now with my baskets that I got from the Dollar Tree, and it has served me so well. I'm so happy to be cleaning this space. It was a space that I didn't even know needed to be cleaned. So what I did know though was that I was afraid to open those doors and stick my hand in there. I was so afraid. And what you see now is me being very superhero-ish, I would call it. Very, very much so. I feel like a superhero here. I feel like I got down in the dirty and we solved the problem. We solved what was once a crime. Okay. Yeah, this is a crimeful space. But as I cleaned everything out, like I said, I was like, wow, it didn't even take me as long. I should have done this a long time ago. I was really going back and forth with myself, like, you could have did this a long time ago. Has that ever happened to you, where you take so long to do something and you finally bite the bullet and you say, you know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do it? And it wasn't until I saw the hack, honestly. It wasn't until I saw the hack, and I'm intentional about my spaces now. So when you get intentional about your space, I guess you start to notice things that you didn't once pay attention to. Honestly, whenever I bought new cleaning products, I just added my cleaning products in there and took out the old ones. So I didn't really pay any mind or attention to it. It was like, well, we have cleaning products. Here you go. Here's where it goes. And then leave the space. So I thought the organizational process to it was functional. So it turns out that there is a system. But like I said, I am going to recreate the space. I am just cleaning this out and trying to implement some organization in some type of way. But there's definitely going to be structure, because I definitely need to get some more cleaning product. And I want those things to have its own compartment. So we finally got everything from up underneath the sink cabinet. And now I am cleaning the floor of it. And yes, it is dirty. This is horrible. How did I even let it get this way? I mean, I get it. We can't all be perfect, but man. So I've had to go through a few wipes. Well, not a few, a whole lot. I went through a whole lot of wipes and things that are now getting thrown away. So we are making progress, though. It looks nice. It looks clean up underneath here. That's what we want. I want to start off with a clean, nice, fresh canvas. I want it to smell fresh down here. And we are executing. Look at that. And just like that, we are almost finished down here, cleaning up the space and transforming it into a nice, organizational and functional kitchen sink cabinet. So I had some cabinet fabric sheets that I had to cover the bottom of the cabinet. And this worked out pretty well. I ended up actually being able to cut this piece in half, using it only from the front and a little bit on the other side. So here's where I attempt to cut. And yeah, it turned out really well, since I was able to cover the imperfections, because I didn't want to see that. I wanted to make sure that area was covered, because like I said, over time I'm going to go ahead and throw some wallpaper down there, and probably on the sides of the cabinet as well. So for right now, this really did help, and it worked out perfectly. Finally, I'm able to start placing all of my bins inside of the cabinet, trying to place them in the spaces that I feel fit right, and put the things in the areas where I feel like it's easier access, what we use the most, and just place them as I'm going to use them for functionality. Once again, functionality is going to be key, and it's going to be our friend in this whole scenario, this whole situation. And I'm loving that for us. So I decided to go with the clear, bigger basket on the other side, since I'm going to be holding the bigger items. And in this basket, I'm going to hold more of my sprays, and the ones that we use the most. So I'm going to go ahead and stock that up. I really like how this space has a place for everything now. So you've seen us do all of this on a budget, and we went from clutter to declutter to now we're organized, and we have a functional space that we can now go in and out, see what we're grabbing, no longer have to be afraid. And we only spent $5 and just about 5 minutes of my time, in which I wish I would have tackled this project a little bit sooner than later. But we're gonna also start on the pantry. You can go back and watch that video. I went to Dollar Tree and I basically stocked up on a whole bunch of bins, baskets, and organizational trays, so that way we can reorganize our pantry. And I did that on a budget as well. And as I mentioned, I got these hacks from Catherine, Do It on a Dime, but I'm also doing it on a budget, because although everything does need to be organized and in its specific space, I do believe that this could all be done on a budget, and we don't have to spend an excessive amount on anything. So with that being said, here is the complete look of the cabinet. This transformation is a success, and I am ready to tackle the next one, because I have another sink cabinet behind me. Yeah, it's in the back of me. Okay, this side is complete. Completante. Look at how organized from what it was before to what it is now. Oh my goodness. How could I have ever functioned? Oh my gosh. Okay, so as you could see, before it was like a total disaster. I got these bins from the dollar store, from the Dollar Tree, and look at that. That ended up organizing these baskets, organized my whole kitchen cabinet up underneath the sink. That area tends to get so dirty, and we fixed that problem with just $1.25. These baskets were $1.25 from the Dollar Tree, and look at this transformation. Amazing. And I found these in my kitchen cabinet, and from a previous situation I had, I was organizing the inside of my cabinets, and I didn't want to see the bottom of the cabinets anymore. I'm gonna go ahead and wipe this down. So I went ahead and put these mats down, and this looks amazing. I am I'm happy with this. Yep, so organizational hack, go to the Dollar Tree. Save yourself a whole lot of money. Now I'm gonna do the other side. All right, so now we are on the other side of the cabinet. So I'm gonna get this all situated here. Okay. Gotta figure out what to do. If you know any hacks, or you know any baskets I can put these in. Oh, you know what? I think I got something. I think if I can find something that goes on this door and hangs on it, and then I can store these right on the side. Maybe that could work. I don't know. But if you know any good hacks to put these to store these in for storage, let me know, because these boxes are way too bulky and big. Okay. So we're gonna do the same thing we did on the other side to this side. That can go in the trash. I don't know why this vase is in here. They just throw anything in here, I promise. Look, this is empty. This is empty. I don't know why they put this stuff back in here. And now we can really see what gets pushed back in here. Put this on the other side. Where I put the other one. Surely did. Yep. Uh-oh. This doesn't even go in there. Throw this away. Let's see, we have a whole bunch of these. I didn't even know. Look at that. All done. Organized, done. That didn't even take 10 minutes. That didn't even take 10 full minutes. I mean, that is crazy. And the rest of it was trash. Look at that. Oh my gosh. That didn't even take no time. I mean, everything is nice, organized, stocked, filled. I don't have to put those oversized boxes back in there. That is done. Finito. Years, I tell you, before we really realize that there's a problem. There's an organizational problem here. Look at this. I mean, look at this. A couple of baskets, $1.25 per basket, and you have this nice organizational situation. And it didn't even take all of 10 minutes, 5 minutes at most, max. And I thought I had so much in here. I had nothing in here. Nothing. Everything was just garbage, a mess. So there you have it. Nice little hack. These came from the dollar store, $1.25. I only needed 2 of those big caddies underneath my sink, and I pretty much got it where it is right now. This is beautiful. So here we go. That is how I organized my kitchen cabinet underneath my sink, where it tends to get messy, in under 10 minutes. You're welcome. Same on this side. We are looking very, very clean down here. Look at that. Yeah. Under 5 minutes, just under 5 minutes, we organized with some bins at the Dollar Tree. Look at that, nice and organized. Get you a couple of bins. Clean out your bottom kitchen cabinet.